I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be just go with the flow with things. I got an email here from a guy who, and this happens a lot of times because I get a lot of emails from guys that are trying to turn their girlfriend, their friend girl, I should say, into their girlfriend. And this particular guy has a different kind of case where, this has happened to me in the past. Especially like when I was younger. The difference was when I was younger, I would fuck things up. But sometimes, for whatever reason, you become friends with a girl, and maybe you're dating somebody, she's dating somebody when you meet, and your friends are friends, or maybe your girlfriend is friends with her, or some shit like that. And so you're friends, and you're both taken, and you get to know each other, and you spend a lot of time together socially, and so you enjoy each other's friendship, and you have chemistry. And then one or both of you, at some point in time in the future, you're both single, and then you're hanging out all the time, and you have that kind of great chemistry. And if you're both single, 9 times out of 10, because men and women probably for centuries have argued about whether or not they can actually be friends because of the sex issue. And if both people are single and you both have a lot of chemistry when you hang out together, somebody's going to develop feelings. 9 times out of 10, it's both of them, but what often happens is somebody ends up liking the other person more, and that can obviously create tension, especially if that person who's developed some interest over time wants the other person more, but the other person's not willing to change the friendship. And so it can be a weird and an awkward situation. When I was younger, I would have just I'd screw the friendship up or whatever, but as I got older and I started to learn this stuff and I started to interact with women in ways because I understood what they wanted and they emotionally respond to, what you got to realize is sometimes two people are going to meet, they're going to become friends, they're going to like each other, they're going to feel an attraction for one another, and for whatever reason, you or the other person's in a relationship. And what I found is that, sometimes this knowledge can be a double-edged sword, so to speak, because when you know these things, then you become friends with a woman. Maybe she's married or she has a boyfriend or whatever, or you know the particular guy and you become friends. And just for whatever reason, you're all hanging out in a group of people, and then that group of people leaves, and then it's just you and her hanging out at your place. You've had a few drinks, or you're just having really great chemistry. She starts telling you how things aren't going so great with their relationship, and next thing you know, you're fucking each other. And at the end of the day, what I like to say is that a gentleman should always be discreet and he shouldn't kiss and tell. It's because sometimes those things are going to happen. And I know myself in the past, it's when you can see that she's into you and you're into her and you both want each other. But ideally, you really shouldn't be together because maybe she's in a relationship with somebody else. But the chemistry's there, and it's not like she's leaving, so things just are naturally going to happen. And so sometimes in life, as you get older, especially as you learn this stuff, you're going to encounter those situations, and you might not be able to resist your desires internally, even though you shouldn't because you know that person's married or whatever. But bottom line is you both have chemistry. And as long as you keep your mouth shut and you're a gentleman about it and you're discreet about it, then it can be a secret between you and her, your little sex secret, so to speak. So he says, "Hello, Corey. I'll try to keep this brief and to the point. Me and this girl met at a party last year. We did not talk much after, and in February she asked me to take part in a campus club with her. I joined the club and became an active member. At the moment, I did not have any attraction to her and thought of her more of a business relationship than as of a friend. Slowly we started to grab food, and after meetings in school, and our friendship developed. Towards the end of the semester, we started to hang out quite often, almost every day for long periods of time. She would invite me to her house, and we would just chill. She would text, chat, and even hold long conversations with me. I saw her as a friend, and she would tell me very personal things about her life, and I just offered advice as a friend. But slowly I started to become attracted to her and really started liking who she was. So recently, I asked her where she thought our relationship was headed, like if we were friends or something more. And I would say that's really fucking weak, because that's exactly the type of thing a woman would say when she's trying to figure out where she stands with you. And women are it's been scientifically proven that they're more attracted to men whose feelings are unclear. And so in this particular case, if you're developing feelings for this girl, and she's calling you and hanging out, and especially if she starts complaining about her boyfriend or the guy she's dating, or that the guy she dates really suck, and you just say, you know what, I'm totally cool because we're really great friends, and I'm totally cool with having meaningless but very fun and passionate, unattached sex until you meet your next boyfriend. And you just say things like that off the wall, and she'll giggle and she'll laugh at it. And you just you throw that out there. And you throw it out without trying to make something happen in that moment. But when she's saying things like that, or she says, "Oh, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I'm really sad about it." I was like, "Well, get your ass over here, and I'll give you some really fucking fantastic rebound sex. And I promise you, when you leave my place, you'll be right as rain by the end of it." And she'll giggle and she'll laugh. It was just I just say, just shut up, go grab a fucking bottle of wine, and come on over to my house, and you can cry the blues all you want, and then afterwards we'll have some great rebound sex. She'll giggle and laugh. Just, I gotta run, I got some shit to do, but be at my house at 6 or be at my house at 7, and grab a bottle of wine. I'll get some snacks or something so we can have some shit to eat, and we'll go from there. I'll see you then. Bye. And then you just leave. You leave the conversation, but you're throwing those things out there. And you're seeing what she does, which is "Oh, I broke up with my boyfriend." And you're saying, "Hey, I'm happy to give you some rebound sex." And you say it in a joking manner, just kind of you say shit like that. It's the same kind of mindset you treat a bratty little sister. It's the same things that you're saying with her. And obviously, you bust on her, and you can use sexual innuendo, especially just because you don't have any attachment to it one way or another. She's hurting or whatever, and you're trying to make her feel good. And at the end of the day, with women, as long as you're engaging her emotions in a positive way, that's what you have to do in order to get her to feel more and more attraction for you. So he says, she recently got out of a long-term relationship. I respected her decision and agreed that we should... Oh, actually, what she said was, she replied saying that she sees us as just being friends and that we should just go with the flow of things. She said she's not ready for a relationship and it would not be fair to me. In other words, basically what she's saying is, I could tell you really like me, and if I dated you, I could tell that you're more into me than I'm into you, and I would just break your heart, and that wouldn't be fair to you for me to do anything. Besides, I'm not ready for a relationship. In other words, I'm not ready for a relationship with you. You're starting to talk in ways that make me feel kind of awkward and like this is an awkward situation. So don't do it and back off. And that's what she's communicating to you through her words. She recently got out of a long-term relationship, and he says he respected her decision to just be friends, but it's not what she really wanted at this point. So he says, now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I'm now unsure if she really likes me or not. And the other thing is, I still have to keep in contact with her because of the club. I'm just hung up right now, and I feel like I might have revealed my feelings too early. I'm planning to just wait and see where this goes. And I would say the only way you can tell is if there's any kind of reciprocated interest on her part is don't contact her at all from this point forward, because you said she contacts you, and so that's confusing to you that she calls. So when she does call, what does she ask about? Is she only asking about things regarding the club? And if that's the case, then more than likely she just thinks of you in a friendship way, or she's calling you because of the club activities that you do together. Now, if she calls and she's asking about other things, what's going on in your life, blah, 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 then that communicates, usually that's a sign that there's some interest in there and it's not related to the club. And so if you back off altogether and don't do anything at this point, and don't contact her in any way unless you're responding to her initiated text, and see how she responds. So if she responds to you and you like 2 or 3 texts back and forth, and she hasn't brought up anything like getting together or anything, so text this back to her. Just say, so I suppose you want to get together, ? Text it back to her, see what she says. And if she says, yeah, that'd be great, then just say, drinks, my place, 7 p.m., Tuesday night, or whatever night you know she's free. Send it to her, and see how she responds. If she says, yeah, that sounds awesome, then say, great, I'll see you then. But if she says, oh, I'd rather meet out, let's go to this cool restaurant, blah, blah, then just text back and just say, let's just do it some other time, because this week I'm just really tired and I'm just really in the mood to chill and hang at my place, and we'll just do it some other time. And so that's what we call the takeaway. Because if she really wants to see you and she really wants to hang out, she'll go, no, it's okay, I'll come over to your house, it's cool. I just thought maybe we'd go to some other place, and that is a dominant thing right there as well. It's a test of your strength. And so if you just stick to your guns and always basically invite her to come over, so this way you're not texting her, you're not reaching out to her in any way. And if you're only a member of this club because you joined it because you just wanted to spend time with her, then I'd say that's a really good reason to leave the club and not be a part of it anymore, because you're basically, the only reason you're there was for her. And so that's something that you got to consider. If you're not there for you and that's what you want to do and you like being there and you like the other people that are part of it, then get the hell out of the club. And if the only reason she was calling you is because of the club, she'll disappear. So this way, when you just, you back off, but if you like being a part of the club, then stay in it. But you back off and you don't contact her at all, and then wait to see if she contacts you. Then each time she does, just invite her to come over to your place for drinks. And she won't do it, then just withdraw the offer. And then she does the same thing a few days later, invite her to come over for drinks. If she says no, then just keep getting her in that approach. One or two things will happen. She'll either throw in the towel or come over, or she'll disappear and stop calling you. And either way, you'll either hook up with her or she'll stop calling you, and that'll resolve the situation. So and one other thing I would suggest is that you got to read my book as well, because you're flying blind right now. So you're waiting to see what happens. So this is the best time to be taking advantage and learn some information. So if you find this message of value, you can show your appreciation by going down to the bottom of your screen. If you're watching this video on my website, click the PayPal donate button and donate any amount that you feel is equal to the value of the information in this video. At the very least, please share this page with all your friends and family by clicking any one of the social network sharing buttons, which are also located in the Wibbia toolbar at the bottom of your screen. And if you have a question that you want to ask me, or there's a topic that you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, click the Contact Me tab on the left-hand side of your screen and send me 1 or 2 paragraphs maximum detailing your questions, your situation, and your challenges. And just give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. I always got to focus on theirs first, but be patient, I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way is to book a paid phone coaching session with me personally by clicking the Products tab at the top of your screen and just follow the instructions. And I will talk to you soon.